Good morning, Vicky. Oh my goodness. So I apologize for not being here yesterday. I just could not wake up. Barely made it to work on time. But I enjoyed the holidays, but I'll tell you what, we do a lot around this house. We have the kids coming over and everything. And I couldn't even get out of bed yesterday. I was so wiped. But all that is done. Life is complete. Now we can get back to normal. But I did spend all day Saturday again up at Soul Aura doing readings. So I got some reading in, so that felt good. But what are we doing here? Again, we are just remembering to breathe. So, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Reminds us to put our feet flat on the floor or our butts just comfortable where our butts happen to be. And what I always tell people, generally, I watch when people sit down. They get in front of me and I look at their shoulders. And I ask them, have you breathed lately? And they're like, and the shoulders go down and the neck starts to relax. And then we can breathe easier. So, and I like to remind people also, for me, my light switch is the sound of the tarot cards. I hit that switch and I have trained myself to breathe. But some people can use a candle, ring a bell, sit on a special pillow, whatever it is, just to remind yourself, I'm going to breathe. So, today we're doing that daily inventory or daily reflection, or as I like to say, the universe holds up a mirror, asks us, what do we see? And the tarot is what I use for that reflection. So, let's see what we have for today. Again, sorry for not waking up yesterday. You know, do I ever come to Toronto? I have been there twice. Just driving trips. So I've been to Canada twice, as a matter of fact. But I just planned it out. We made 4 destinations we wanted to go to in a week. We didn't say how we were going to be there. We just made the reservations. Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and then we wanted to go up to the lakes up north. So we made 4 reservations, and in 2 weeks we had to find ways to get there and get lost, and it was amazing. So hopefully I will get up to Canada again because I did love it. So I could do a video on a travel log. So here is our stack. And I'm going to sit here and make 3 different stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one is a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path. Because this stack will lead down one conversation, this one a different one, and this one down a totally different direction and path. So it is Friday. Let's see what's right at the heart. Let's take a look at the center. After we have one more sip of coffee. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to do our 3-in-1. And I'll flip each one over one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book. And you're just joining us. Remind everybody to breathe. At least for one time during the day. This is a reminder that it's okay to take a breath. Okay, so we start off with the 3 of Swords. Look at this bad boy. So, One sword is a thought or idea. Swords are thoughts or ideas. One sword, you plant a seed. Two swords, you have choices to make. Three swords, something gets thrown out of balance. And I like to look at this card sometimes about where we all have these decisions we need to make each day. And sometimes if we don't make them, something makes that decision for us. Or we have an idea of what we want to do, and then somebody throws a wrench in there. So that's that third sword right there. So it's about choices and decisions, and maybe things not going quite the way we want. But we do we do have an option of making lemonade out of lemons, all these wonderful things. So fours are all about the stability. As I always say, it's like four legs on a chair, four legs on a table. And wands are creativity, fire, and energy. So this is one of those things about where we take what we have, and sometimes we get pushed into a direction we think may not be a good idea. But we have options. Do I want to take it as a negative thing and like brood over it? Or can I say, you know what? I'm going to work with what I have and I'm going to do something positive, because wands are fire, energy, passion, and creativity. So we have our choices of how we want to deal with things. And you know what? With the Chariot. So, as I love to say, minor cards are just the day-to-day cards. The ones that don't have the pictures on it, welcome to a Friday. But it's the card that has the pictures on it. It's the majors. It's the trumps that have the destiny. These are the destiny cards. So, things may not go particularly the way that we want, but if we come at it with fire and energy and creativity and we make it our own and we decide we're going to do something with it, this card, the Chariot, is all about self-will. So self-will, you can actually, there's negative ways to use self-will. I want what I want when I want it, and I'm going to step over everybody to get it. There's positive ways of using self-will. I'm going to wake up this morning and I'm finally going to go out and I'm going to take a walk before I go to work. That's positive self-will. When we do something positive and we apply our will to it. So this is all about taking a situation and making the decision that we're going to own it. That we are going to run with it today. We have the weekend coming up. So is there something that pops up, or a decision that's been made for us, or anything that just kind of like knocks us off our game? It's all about owning it and then running with it. So let's see the advice card. And it's the Ace of Coins. Coins. What do we use coins for? Well, they're home, their health, their finances. They're all the things that keep us grounded. They're the element of earth. And a single coin is just a single seed. So today, it's all about being creative. We have this Four of Wands right here in the center. And so we are looking to be creative with what was given to us today. We may not be the most motivated because it may not be what we wanted. But again, the Chariot is perfect for getting ourselves, again, example, out of bed in the morning on time so that we can start a day fresh. We can plant our seed. We can plant somebody else's seed. It's like, all right, this is not the way I would do it, or this is not what I would want. But you know what? Every day is a celebration if we look and find a reason. Every day is a celebration if we look to find a reason. And so we start the day, we plant that seed, and we do what we need to do today. And if we do the next right thing, we get the next right thing. Maybe not today, but that's karma. So, with that, I hope everybody has an amazing day, amazing evening, wherever you happen to may be in the world, and an amazing weekend. And I will definitely be here on Monday. And Happy New Year to everybody. And I just hope that everything amazing comes around for everybody here this year. Blissful diversion. Vicky, let's see. Yikes. I know the cards, but have issues stringing them together to make a story. I know that is the tough part, but sometimes it's about letting go and let the story coming. It's intuition. It's about knowing the basics, learning the cards so that we can allow things to pop up. Again, some people will look at the Three of Swords and they'll see the Pamela Coleman Smith card with the swords going through the heart. You know, you have to make a decision on what this card might mean today. And swords are about thoughts and ideas. So I stick with that, particularly when I'm using the Marseille. And so if we know that there's a challenge with thoughts or ideas, it's about building on that. And so we see a challenge, and then the next card is a positive. It's an even number. It's like, what can we do to turn this possible negative into a positive? And if this is thoughts and ideas, it's about changing how we think. So we come up with our story about how we need to change how we think so that we could turn it into something positive, something that we can own. It's like the situation is what it is, but now it's something positive. The next card says, well, here we have the Chariot, which is all about self-will. And it's like, so how do we turn it into a positive? We make that decision. We make the decision to get up early and get out of bed even 5 minutes early. That's self-will. That's positive self-will. And then if this is the advice card, it's a seed. It's all about remembering we're planting a seed to grow something. We don't know how that seed's going to grow, but we plant it, we nurture it, and it's all because we decided to make something positive and decided to plant the seed so something positive can grow. So it's trusting your intuition. It's relaxing enough to tell a story and not be afraid. And that's the hard part sometimes, because people second guess themselves. But that's kind of how I do it, is that I go to a different place and I just tell a story. But with that, thus in the lesson. With that, again, everybody, please just be safe this weekend. And I will see you again on Monday. Take care.